It's Sunday. Pardon me. And yeah, 1 week ago, how many millions of people was watching a football game? Now, there were other people, I think yesterday and even some today, that were watching football of the XFL variety. But I'm really got my sights set on the American Spring Football League coming up in the spring of 2024. And I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Huh. I see a comment, but I don't see it here. Matt says, and like I said, I don't know why. I don't know why it's not coming up. I'm afraid. Ooh, I'm afraid. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, it won't really screw things up. I'm afraid to. What do you call it? Refresh StreamYard. I'm afraid to refresh StreamYard. Hmm. I'll tell you what it says. It was by again Matt. Matt, hopefully you got all the stuff that you were waiting on from the show that we did with the Wild Wild West show. Matt, who's been a member for wow for 22 months, almost 2 years. Probably definitely one of the older members or the oldest. Maybe not the oldest, but maybe one of the oldest subscribing paid subscribers. I gotta move this hair. It's bothering me. Yeah, see, I see Kerry Walton's. I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna chance it. Changes you may not. Okay, I'm gonna try to reload. Oh, we'll see if it. What did you see me? Did I wink out and wink back in? I don't know because now I can see the comments. Except I still can't see Matt's comment. And again, he was on there for 22 months. Um, Raiders need to make a big move to not end up in fourth place in the AFC West. And I am not talking Mark Davis's haircut, but it's a start. I agree with that one. The start is Mark Davis getting a haircut. I actually think he looked better bald. I look horrible bald. I think we had this discussion. Kerry Walton, hello. Good to see you, sweetheart. Captain Raider asked me, what do you think of Anthony Richardson? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And I actually was talking about this to my mailman. So there you go, James Farrell, something that would intrigue you. I said my mailman. And he says he hasn't seen me in like 2 years. Could be that long. But I didn't realize he's a Raiders fan. And I'm not watching the NBA All Star game. You guys and gals know I don't watch basketball until June. Don't watch basketball until June. Have no vested interest in it. But getting back to my mailman, he said that he hasn't seen me in like 2 years, and he was like talking about this, that, and the other thing. And now to tie back to Captain Raiders comment about Anthony Richardson. I said, and I remember I'm from Florida, University of Florida Gators. I said I'm not really a fan. And the reason why I say that is he is a newer version of Cam Newton. And remember, Cam Newton is a Gator that went from Florida, had some issues with a computer. Can't remember exactly what it was. Not that he stole a computer, although they said he stole a computer. He went to a school that was a division or two below, and then he went to Auburn, and then he was a national champion, right? So, but Anthony Richardson is a bigger, stronger version of Cam Newton. He can't throw precisely. He's not accurate. His accuracy sucks. And see, and I said that before Captain Raider even made the comment. Cam Newton. If Anthony Richardson was on a boat in the middle of a lake, he couldn't hit water if he threw it off the boat. Which says two things. A, he's inaccurate, and B, he's got a cannon for arms, so he'd probably throw it to shore, but you wouldn't know where it's going. Richardson is like Terrell Pryor 2.0. He's big, he's strong. I think Terrell Pryor was probably faster. Richardson is big and fast. But yeah, Terrell Pryor, Cam Newton, not accurate. And I don't want him with the 7th pick. And therein lies the other things. The picks. And there we have, because remember, the only quarterback that the Raiders have under contract right now is Chase Garbers, who might be the answer. I saw something in in one of those clickbait things that the Raiders were looking at Tyler Heinicke or Taylor Heinicke. It's Tyler. I know it's Heinicke. And I wouldn't be upset with that because the kid is young, he's moldable, and if they like his intelligence intangibles, he's not gonna break the bank. He doesn't know the system per se. Oh, pardon me. And come on a Sunday, I'm already yawning. Yeah, sorry. But Tyler Heinicke. Is it Tyler or Taylor? Somebody write that. But I like when the was actually at the time they were the Washington football team had the playoff game against the Tampa Bay Fake Pirates. The kid played okay. Now it's the first time I really saw him, and it's like, hey, this kid's got moxie. So if he's a Raider, good for us. And Jimmy Farrell says the NBA All-Star is unwatchable, and the All-Star game blows. Yeah, there's no. Anna Diaz, permission granted. Hot Neil's in the house. How you doing? What stadium is the DC Defenders playing at? I don't know. I'm not watching it. You know what I'm watching? Honestly, if you want to know, and I'm trying not to watch it intently because I have the volume down, but I want to see it. I'm watching Magnum PI because I liked Magnum PI when I was a kid. I thought Tom Selleck was cool, and he had that Navy SEAL thing going on. I like John Hillerman as what do you call it? Now it's the chick's Higgins, and that Higgins character is now Perdita Weeks, who's the female. I like her on the new shows. Well, I like Jay Hernandez. He was the kid that he was in Friday Night Lights. He's been in a lot of good. I like him. He's a good actor. So I'm watching Magnum PI, and I looked, and the show that was on the got into this was from last May. And apparently there wasn't any shows since last May. I didn't pick up on that. And it moved from CBS to NBC, so now I'm pretty much caught up. And there's always not to let the cat out of the bag, because if you did follow Magnum PI, Magnum and Higgins finally hooked up. Finally, there's always been that sexual tension between them, and they hooked up, which was cool. And salute to everyone. Hot Neil says hi to all the people. I heard Richardson liked to, Terrell Pryor. Matt Marinovich, ahoy to you. Good to see you. I like the extra point and kickoff rule in the XFL league. Okay, we will talk a little bit about the XFL. Robert Pena, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. I admit, I watched a little bit of the XFL today because I needed to watch something for about an hour. So I watched a former Raider quarterback throw was it a touch or a great catch to a former Raider wide receiver, as a former Raider quarterback was his offensive coordinator in the box. Came from behind after what they were down like 10, 15, 13 points maybe. Came from behind and won the game. And the best thing about it was the coach on the other team was Hines Ward, and I can't stand Hines Ward because he's an a-hole. Always hated him. And he was so happy, and then he was like just indignantly pissed off. So get the characters right. The former Raiders quarterback who threw the winning touchdown was A.J. McCarron, who was a backup, the kid from Alabama who won the national championship with the really hot girlfriend, the one that Brent Musburger basically lost his job over. The former Raiders wide receiver who caught a really monstrative catch was Marcel Aitman from a couple years ago. Ricky Proehl's kid was the one who caught the go-ahead touchdown. And the former Raider quarterback offense coordinator was Bruce Gradkowski, who and this is infuriating. I've had a gift for Bruce Gradkowski for about a decade now. For about a decade, I've had a gift for him. And I never had an address to send it to. Now I guess I can send it to the address of the St. Louis, whatever the hell the team is. Heard the Packers are done with Rodgers. They don't want him back. That is true. Per reports. But see, that's a good thing and a bad thing. If they don't want him back, then that means somebody is going to have to overpay them. Maybe, unless, but there's going to be a lot of people that want Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to be one of them, but I think we are. If the Raiders draft a rookie this year, he wouldn't see the regular season field for at least 2 years. They need to get a free agent vet quarterback who knows the system. Yes, if it's a vet free agent quarterback who knows the system, a la Jimmy G, a la Jacoby Brissett, right? If it is Rodgers, he don't know the system, but I think he would at least be on the team. Well, it depends, because he keeps barking he's going to retire. And I think the only reason why he didn't retire this year was because he does not want to share the spotlight with Tom Brady. Remember, Brady retires, allegedly. And Rodgers did retire because they want to make sure they're a year apart so that when they both go into the Hall of Fame, they're not going in at the same time. I'm watching Project Power on Netflix. Hi, what's up there, Wood? I don't have Netflix. New or the old PI? It's the new one. Blue Bloods, good shows. Yeah, I like Blue Bloods. I told you guys I liked that the last time. Rodgers is their best bet for success this year. I agree, Matt Marinovich, but at what cost? If it doesn't cost us a lot, sure. Rest in peace to McMillan. Matt, I'm who's McMillan? Please let me know. Who will be? Did I miss? Who's McMillan? Did I miss group? Did I miss a group? Is this Sunday night? Yeah, Andrew Cabral, Sunday night. Wait, what happened to Brett Musburger? Well, Brett Musburger basically lost his job because he was fawning over Miss Alabama, who was AJ McCarron's girlfriend, and they lit him up on social media. Called him a what's a dude that like is like way old and is harping on young chicks. It just makes him ugly. You think McDaniel's could coach A Rod? Maybe. I think we'll get Mac Jones, possibly, because Ed Winchell told me about that. Ed came on. He's saying that the Patriots are shopping Mac Jones. I'm like, why would you shop Mac Jones when you bring in Bill O'Brien? I heard the Jets offered our old sorry ass quarterback. Who was that? A 2-year, $60 million deal. If it was $60, I would be laughing. 2 years for $60. That's a great deal. Rodgers knows the Earhart Perkins system that McDaniels runs. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Who taught him that then, Matt? Who was the tutelage of the Earhart Perkins system? Michael F. Thanks for being here, Michael F. Michael F., are you new? He wants to be here. He will negotiate. Remember, no taxes. Yeah. Raiders defensive back of old McMillan. Raiders defense Terry McMillan. I know McDaniel, the cornerback. You talking about the other McMillan? I know is Nate McMillan, and he wasn't a Raider. It's .50 and all, and it's almost halftime in the All-Star game. Hey, Mr. Sonny, I'm getting ready to watch Whiplash. Oh, Whiplash was a great film because I'm a drummer too. That's another reason why I like that. I like Miles Teller. The guy that was the dude that's the Allstate guy. Um, he was the Allstate guy for a bit. Bald head. He was a coach in what's his name? He played Spider-Man's boss in the Spider-Man movies. Anyway, he won an Academy Award for his performance in Whiplash. Great film, Mr. Santiago. Great film. He's good. Okay, so we're talking. I'm glad your husband's good. Sebastian, good to see you here. I've been in a few. Okay, thanks, Mike. I'm sorry. Just hey, I wasn't. I was happy you're here. Happy you're here. You play bass and the drums. I'm a drummer. I am a drummer without a drum set, and I play more than air drums. I just haven't had a chance to sit down behind a set in a long time. Do you have trust Dave and Josh can right the ship to get us in the playoffs in a better future? I think we can. Oh, J.K. Simmons or Simons. Yeah, great guy, good actor. He's been around a while. Jim McMillan. Yeah, I don't know Jim. Oh, 60s. Okay. Thanks there, Matt. That name just doesn't sound familiar. Jim McMillan. Okay. Captains remembers the movie Mr. Baseball. Yes, that's Tom Selleck as well. Before Hackett came to the Packers, Rodgers wanted McDaniels to coach in Green Bay. Okay. Jim McMillan played with the Lakers. Yeah, that was the one that I was thinking about. Jim McMillan, the basketball player, and the captain says the other captain, Captain Raiders. Seems Raiders are the teams that are taking Patriot rejects. Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? Wow, we've been on for 22 minutes already. Your Honor is great. I have yet to see that. That's the one with the guy that used to be in the meth story. guy. What was that? And you're gonna laugh. The meth guy, that whole series, have never seen a show. You're gonna laugh. I know you're gonna laugh. The meth thing. Um, I've seen one episode, Better Call Saul, but I've never seen the one that it was on the beginning of it. Let's see what the Raiders always taking throwaway players somewhere. Most don't. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and a good question for Mr. Tanya. I'm going to get you. My inspirational drummer, Neil Peart, by the way, and only because James Farrell just ganked me because I said Neil Peart, and he said, no, it's Neil Peart. Okay. Ginger Baker, Art Blakely. I'm going to throw a name at you there, Mrs. Santiago. Gene Krupa. Gene Krupa. And my father, because he was a drummer. Those were my inspirations. Gene Krupa and my dad. And dad was a great drummer. Matt says trade back, stack picks, usually draft. I agree. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Plunkett was a Patriot. Yeah, he was a decent Patriot reject too. And I wouldn't call Mike Haynes a reject because we got him in a trade. We also got Richard Seymour in a trade. Haynes was the better one in the trade value. 49ers reject also. Okay. Braves on side, I'd rather go sit him before Jimmy G, who happened to be an accident away. And I agree with that, Ed. Like I said, I don't want Jimmy G. I don't want Jimmy G because he'll cost way too much money, and he'll likely be sitting at least half the season with an injury. I mean, if we did sign him, and if we got 3/4 of the season out of him, that would be great. I like Bonzo, but I still think Gene Krupa was better. Neil Peart is better than John Bonham, in my estimation. Neil Peart and Gene Krupa were better than Bonzo Bonham. And I love Zeppelin. Yeah, and it was, I like Krupa, or he was my inspiration because my dad was from um, Brooklyn and the Bronx. It was Brooklyn, then the Bronx, and they moved out to Long Island, and I had to say it the right way, Long Island. It's like a big G in front of the island, Long Island. But Gene Krupa was the shit. Doc Cabral, don't worry about it. Oh, I like Buddy Rich. Yeah, I like Buddy Rich, but Gene Krupa, man, that was it. Mike says we signed Roger. We need to draft one because it worked. We won't be in position. Yeah, and that's why I said don't give up a lot of collateral. I still say my sources. Okay, my source. I only have one. My source says the Raiders are looking at Tanner McKee. That's what my source says. Ginger, okay, I got Ginger, okay, fine, Ed, but to me, it was Gene Krupa, and that's it, man. Going by the best. Hanyo, no, not John Bonham was with Zeppelin, dude. Keith Moon. Keith Moon was a bitch, and that's a good thing. So, man, that drummer's a bitch. No offense to the ladies that we have here. I know that we had. I know that Anna was in the house. I know that Carrie was in the house. No offense to the ladies. That's a compliment. Like, yo, that drummer's a bitch, man, or the bitch, or whatever. But that was a drummer compliment. Keith Moon he was too erratic, and that's why he died. But I would say if we're gonna say we're going drummers, Krupa, Neil Peart, Bonzo would be three. I like Buddy Rich, but I like Zaz. Ringo might get high praise, but here's the thing, and no hating on Ringo because the guy's a billionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, and he got it. He married Barbara Bach. I'll give him that, man. Barbara Bach, man, wow. Not Catherine Bach, because Catherine. Or wait, which one was the one on Dukes of Hazzard? Because Barbara Bach was the actress that was in the Bond movie, right? And then Catherine Bach was Dukes of Hazzard, right? Are they related? I don't think so. Not into jazz. So please don't worry about it. Okay, well, Anna, I just have to, just have to say. Desi Arnaz. Yeah, but he didn't sit behind the trap set, though, dude. He was a bongo player. Unknown Raider guy, what's good? Barbara Bach was a babe. Thank you there, Mr. Santiago. She was. Barbara, like I said, was in like Force 10 from Navarone. She was in The Spy Who Loved Me. She was in the movie that Ringo and another Raider, John Matusak, was in. Caveman, right. Catherine. Okay, so I had it right. Catherine Bach was Daisy Duke. Good, that's what I thought. And they both were babes. Caveman, Ringo, Barbara, and John Matusak. Yeah, I said that. I did say it before you popped in. What do you think about the XFL? Oh, like I said, I watched it. The crowd was decent sized for those that were, because we were talking about crowds the other day. It was in San Antonio. Pardon me, which is football country, which is why the crowds were decent. But ASFL, man, ASFL. Do they let them hit? I saw tackling. I don't know if it was pussified or not. Unknown says Khalil Mack. I'll say it because the fact that could be a free agent. Should we target him? Yes, if he becomes a free agent and if he wants to come back. How much gas does he have in the tank? Do they let him hit? I saw it. And Anna, everybody wants to make sure that your man is okay because we all think about it. Okay. That's the intro. If you want to talk about sports, because like I said, I watched the XFL for like a little while today. AJ McCarron, he was choked up at the end of the game. He was choked up because even the announcer that was talking to him was saying about how he was going back with the kids. And that the kids were big, right? And I'm like, has it really been that long since AJ McCarron was playing for like the national championship at Alabama, and Brent Musburger was grilled for just like friggin' slobbering all over the microphone for AJ's now wife. I can't remember her name. She's hot. Okay, Guarep, thank you there, brother. The XFL has no character, it's hard to get into, plus the uniforms are so generic, no imagination. Yeah, you're right. You're right there. I went to an XFL game for the first time and it was fun to watch. Okay. And the Vegas Vipers are the ex Tampa Vipers. They did change their color scheme because here in Tampa it was like icky green and gold. F1. Oh, F1, yeah, good. And Guara says Mac's not the same player. Yeah, I mean, I'd take him back, but I don't want to pay him a bunch of money. Captain Gilda found out about my brother. It's been okay. AJ McCarron went 3 at Bama. It's Turbo. Turbo, good to see you, brother. I don't see the Raiders going anywhere with Josh McDaniels head coach. Just saying, take care. Okay. And again, Turbo, this is kind of a make or break year. I firmly believe you need to give the guy 3 years. Now, he got bounced his second year in Denver because, the sky was falling and they got rid of him quick. But I still say they need to give him 3 years. See what we got. But first time before they folded, not this. Okay. So the He Hate Me XFL, who's the only guy that I even remember from the XFL. Was that Rod Smart? Was the guy's real name? We've been losing too long. Let's give time to see what he's trying to build. Thanks, Mike. Voice of reason. And even Doc Cabral says give Josh 2 more years. We'll see. Mac would have been more consistent pressure than Chandler Jones. Probably. Oh, I was wondering why nobody was coming in because I put the link there, but I didn't push send. Come into the show. What you're watching, like, please, and share it up. And like I said, there's a reason why I'm not really wearing anything sports related right now. There's a reason why. Because it's Sunday. And I'm like, are they even playing sports? So I had to go through a bunch of papers and whatnot. And it's literally years of stuff that I've had. I had to go through it. And I found my old Ron John hat, my old bucket hat. I like this. I said, man, I haven't seen this forever. So I wore my Ron John hat today. We should have kept Yannick and signed Sue. I agree with signing Sue. Yannick was not made for the defense that Graham had. So we got a cornerback for him, and Rock was decent find. Turbo says, okay, I understand what you're saying, Cap, but there is no time for that. We need to win now. Josh McDaniels ran out 2 quarterbacks now. I just don't trust McDaniels' system. What is he doing? Even Bill Parcells said when he was in the Super Bowl and lost, because a lot of people don't remember that Parcells was in a Super Bowl and lost. Or was it the NFC Championship? No, it was the Super Bowl. He said, basically, if you're going to be letting me be the cook, I want to at least be able to buy the groceries. I want the players I want. And then you can't say, well, I lost to somebody else's players, because he has a point. So there you go. One and only positive about McDaniels is I think any quarterback who plays for Raiders will be better. I agree with that, Edwin, so I'll put it up. Positive about McDaniels, I think any quarterback who plays for the Raiders will be better if he's smart. If he's smart. Chandler costs too much for nothing. Agreed on that. Hi, Ed. Doc. Who do you want to see excel in the upcoming NFL Combine? See, that's a tricky question there, Mr. Santiago, because if you see somebody excel, then if you already knew that you kind of wanted him, then the cat's out of the bag, and now he's a lot of more people are targeting him. I don't honestly, there isn't anybody I want to see excel. For that reason, I want people that know what these guys really have, and I want them to get it through the interview process. And yeah, he can be good, but if he blows everybody out of the water, then that means that more people are going to want him, right? Honestly. Winter Classic was a hockey game. It was a show yesterday. Capitals had their assets handed to them, and I didn't even watch that. You know why? I had no interest. It was the Hurricanes. The only person on the Hurricanes that and is Rob Brind'Amour still their coach? I like Rod Brind'Amour. I got a Rod Brind'Amour Flyers jersey. It's an XL. It's kind of tight. Well, okay, it's not kind of. It's very tight. But I like it. It's Rod Brind'Amour jersey, number 17. And I like Rod as a coach. But that's it. Pats against the Packers. Okay. Okay, thanks, Doc. I knew. Yeah. When he was the head coach, he said, yeah. When the Packers won, it was Favre's win against with Howard. He said, hey, if I'm going to be the coach, i.e. the chef, I want to be able to buy the groceries. He had the right thing. So you got to, if you have a vision and you know your vision is right, you want to make sure that all the people that you have as your vision come to fruition. But I didn't feel like $1 million after taxes. Wow, good. Unless he has doing good. Creed 3 coming out. Okay, I'm glad you were talking about the movie because I'm not a big fan of Creed, the group. Don Webb, good to see you, brother. Swish, that's for you there, Ed. I did get to see Jason Bonham, who's John Bonham's son, with Cheap Trick, Foreigner. 5 stars? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 stars. Timeout on sports until early April. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Here's the thing. It's February 19th. The end of this next week coming up will be the 1-year anniversary of Russia invading the Ukraine. It'll also be another 1-year anniversary, which has more meaning to me. So I'm trying to get past that. But if I'm kind of just in the the doldrums or whatnot, 1 year. 1-year anniversary of Russia invading the Ukraine, and then 1-year anniversary of something else. So I'll get past it. But the one thing that I do want to see is, and I was watching, there was a CBS Sunday Morning, and Liev Schreiber was on, and he says that he thinks that ultimately the Ukraine will win. I would love to see that. And unless the GRU is, pardon me, unless the GRU has their sights set on me, and for those that don't know what the GRU is, look it up. Unless the GRU has their sights set on me because of what Vlad says, I'll go with Volodymyr. Go Ukraine, go. I'd love Washington's defensive tackle. That's Deron Payne, right, Mike? Yeah, I love him. Daytona 5:30. Did they go 30 extra laps? I didn't watch. What happened? What happened? Yeah, let's see what happened. And Don, we definitely hope that you'll be better, brother. I saw Led Zeppelin at the Forum in LA and at Madison Square Garden in New York City in 74 and 77. I'm in Tampa, and I remembered that the most well-known Led Zeppelin concert was here in Tampa, and they had a bunch of riots. had a bunch of riots. Yeah, Brett Favre and Drew Bledsoe. Watch the highlights of the Kings versus Ducks. That was entertaining. Was hoping to see a goalie on goalie. I did see that your Vegas Golden Knights beat my number 2 team, the Lightning, the other night. I was thinking about you. Creed 3, Killmonger versus Kang. I saw Creed. I saw the original Creed. I didn't see Creed 2. I'll have to go see it. Don't forget Passover's coming up soon. Yes, Doc, and you will tell me when, right? So I don't miss it. Raiders fired the defeat. Oh, they fired the. Whoa, Anna Diaz with some damn Raider news. Thank you there, hon. Frank Oakham is fired. That's probably a scapegoat. Frank Podeswa, hello, Captain. Volunteering at my Warriors Place Saturday. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your support. Let's talk about this because Frank Podeswa is my buddy from high school. And Frank has been, like I said, I've known Frank for, God knows how many years. Frank was also with me in junior high. No, I take it back. Frank was at Jackson. So Frank was only, I saw him known from my high school. So I've known him since 81. So 81, 91, 1, 11, 20. I've known him for 42 years. And if you are watching here, and if you're watching on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, not the Captain Jack Facebook, if you're watching on my personal Facebook, people I know, not N-O-N-O, but K-N-O-W-K-N-O-W, who I really know. Be sure to stop by. Ooh. Is somebody popping on the Google Voice? I don't have Google Voice up. I'm going to ignore it. If you were calling on my Google Voice, I don't have Google Voice up. Hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link. Back to point. If you are in the Tampa, Orlando area, be sure to stop by to see the Battle of the Bay on Saturday, February 25th, which again will be the 1-year anniversary of the Ukraine, Russia, and that other event that's been a year. This Saturday, come on out to the after party at Brandon Harley Davidson, which is right down the street from me. Maybe I'll get my Harley out. And see, I'm not taking calls on Google Voice. I'm not taking it. You're calling on Google Voice, and I'm not taking Google Voice calls. Hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link. Frank will be the DJ and the master ceremonies at my Warriors Place, and then host the Family First funding booth at the after party at Brandon Harley Davidson. That's this Saturday coming up, the 25th of February. Come on out. Come on out, and thank you, Frank, for being here. And Frank, if you want to talk about it, Frank, hit the link. And yeah, it's been 40 years. And Mike Sarah dropping the knowledge. 77, the Tampa concert of Zeppelin. I remember that show. Cut short because there was a lightning. Cut the show. They cut the show short. That's hard to say. They cut the show short because of lightning, and then there was the riot. So again, if you are in the Tampa, Orlando area, come on out this Saturday for the Battle of the Bay. See Frank, my man, the DJ. And Frank, are you going to be the DJ up? I'll do some stuff for you. You know, I do MC stuff too. And yeah, Doc, Frank is awesome. Come out and see Frank. You got it, man. Says thanks. You got it, man. Anything for Frank. 77 Zeppelin, what was it? I would have loved to have seen Zeppelin. You know, actually, I remember in 1980 when I was at Oak Ridge, because I went to two high schools. I was in class. What was it? Oh my God, Mr. Hooker's class with Kevin Prybell and Kevin Stansberry. Anyway, I remember the day that John Bonham died was like 1980, 81. I was in class and we were talking about it because I was going to go see him. And I'm like, oops, no Zeppelin. Raphael's in the house. I will be DJing at the MWP. Oh, that's the Warrior thing? Oh, My Warrior place. Okay. You keep calling on the Google Voice. I'm not answering Google Voice. I don't have it up. Ignore. Hit the link. Hit the link. Putting the link up again. Follow directions. I don't do Google Voice calls anymore because the sound sucks. Sorry. Patsy's brought in Bill O'Brien to coach up Mac Jones. I believe he was his college coach. That's true, Matt. But then they're also saying that that they're offering him up. Ed was a draft dodger? Okay. I'm a proud Dodge draftee. I think draft dodger from the Vietnam War. I was going to ask Ed about that. Where was he in Vietnam? Because I know Ed didn't do military service, but that's fine. Military is not for everybody. Hit the link. I'll put it up again because right now we're talking about Magnum PI, Led Zeppelin, this one, Richard Belzer. And how many people knew that Richard Belzer was a comedian before he got it? I mean, yeah, he was a comedian, then actor, right? I remember Richard Belzer, the comedian. And yeah, I know he played Munch on the Law and Order shows. But I didn't watch Law and Order all the time. Great actor, though. But it was because of his comedic timing. And here, Farmers. That's where J.K. Simon is from. So I'm just thinking this is J.K. Simon's commercial. But Anna follows directions. She hit the link. So if you're calling to go on Google Voice, I don't do it anymore. Bonham had 40 shots of vodka and choked on his vomit. Mike Sarah with the dropping of knowledge again. I used to watch Belzer on Carson. That's wow. It was so hot in LA today. How hot was it, John? Anyway, Anna, are you ready, honey? I don't want to take you on before you're ready. Remember, I can't hear you. I can see you talking. So yay, thumbs up, yes, not go up. Okay. Because people talk to me when they're backstage and I can't hear them, and it's like they're thinking I'm like hearing them, but that's fine. But we're going to have our first guest of the evening. That's Miss Anna Diaz. How you doing there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, I like that skull. Was it the sugar skulls, right?
Yes, the Feliz de los Muertos shirt.
Yeah. Did you see mine here? Well, here. Oh, shoot! I just took the top off.
Sorry, I'm looking kind of scary today, everybody. I've been cooking since last night. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I saw the shirt. I'm like, this is actually a giveaway. This is a giveaway item that I need to put on the wheel. But yeah, I have a couple of these for giveaway. I think I have 2 for giveaways. And yes, eventually I will be getting the prize wheel up when I got time. And I know you guys are sick of hearing that. I will do it eventually, but I need to have some time.
Got some juicy gossip for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard, or maybe not, but this was local. Mr. Davis, we all know that he was having his palace built on the south end of town, overlooking the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a condo before that. He bought it for $5 million. He sold it for $10.5 million,
Mm-hmm.
which the speculation is that, yes, he is ready to move into his palace overlooking the city.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, I mean, he made a pretty good, he made
100%
a little over half his money back.
Yeah, no, he made double his money.
Yes.
Put in 5 and got 10.5 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And figure, well, I don't know how much the realtor's going to cost him, but still, he made more money than he got or that he put into it. So
yeah, he did that. And a lot of news, there hasn't been much activity going on here because, if anything, a lot of the stuff that I see on the internet, clickbait stuff, if I don't see it on the news here, then I know it's not true. I mean, rumors, we all know how they go flying like wildfire, and stuff. And then there was one rumor a couple of days ago that I saw that made me laugh, was the fact that Derek Carr signed with the Saints, which we all know he didn't. He
Right.
turned down the offer and stuff. But yeah, I signed up to be a volunteer for the Super Bowl for next year.
cool.
They are taking signups for volunteers, and you just got to go to the LVCA website to sign up for it, to be a volunteer for the Super Bowl.
Now, volunteers mean you don't get paid, but you get to hang out, right?
But for what my mom had told me, her friend had volunteered for a couple of Super Bowls, and you get some really nice gifts. So kind of worth it, but something to do, I mean,
Yeah.
once in a lifetime opportunity, might as well jump on it.
Yeah.
I mean, who can't afford to go to the Super Bowl anyway? So.
Yeah, no, I mean, and like I said, if you get a chance to be there and do it, I do that in a minute. But I would have to come as Jay. I couldn't come as Captain Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can go to the Super Bowl as Captain Jack, then that means I'm doing something right.
Yes, and the rooms are going to get expensive. The sooner you book, the cheaper it's going to be, because last I saw, the cheapest room that we saw off the strip was $5.99 a night, and everywhere's going to require a 2-night minimum.
Okay.
So that's a fair warning if you're planning on coming to the Super Bowl. And also, too, I guess for Airbnbs, they're going quick. People are grabbing them left and right. So if you're planning to come to the Super Bowl next year, start preparing now.
Yeah, I need to actually, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow, is like go, because they have the dates already.
Yes.
Maybe I'll go talk with Marriott and Hilton and see what I can do as far as using points. I don't know whether I'll have to see what the ramifications are.
Yeah, see whatever blackout dates they have.
Yeah.
So I know that weekend is going to be all hands on deck. But on top of that, just before, let's see, no, that's something else. but you gotta everybody's gotta take into consideration too, you know, is Chinese New Year going to be that weekend? Is oh God, what's the other? There's another event that falls around Super Bowl too here in Vegas. That's always a big turnout here, and it always overlaps. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother one.
Can I stay at your place for AVN?
For AVN?
Yeah. Can I stay at your place for AVN? And if I get lucky, can I bring somebody up? No, never mind. I would. First off, I wouldn't get lucky for AVN. That ain't happening.
Don't say that. Hey, things happen. Things happen.
Okay, well then I want to stay at your place for AVN. If I get lucky, depends on how much it costs me to get lucky, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, but you got to watch it with some of these girls here in Vegas. They love to trick roll.
The trick roll?
Do you know what a trick roll is?
Oh, yeah. You pay for a package, but you get mugged. Yeah.
Which is very common during that time.
Yeah, and you know what? That's true.
Yeah, no, I've been watching hockey all weekend, and then today I was watching Daytona. That was a way that I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. With all these new rules in NASCAR, it's
wait a second. No, I'm going to grab that. It's sports related, and it's okay. Tell me about the new rules in NASCAR.
Okay. There's a new rule in regards to the what's it called? Overtime. Okay. Depending on, they got 2 laps to go for overtime. If there happens to be a crash and the lead cars are going, depending on when the caution lights come up, the first, second, and third, cars, those would be the winners. And it's real confusing because they changed it again, I guess, because of last year, all the overtime. This year they went, 200, it was 200, supposed to be 200 laps. This year they went 210 laps. And of course, what happens? A crash at the end, as always. And so they had to figure out who was ahead at the time the caution lights went on. Who was the lead car? So whatever cars came in first, second, and third, that doesn't mean they won first, second, or third. Right. They're going to look at who was the lead car at the time the caution lights went on. And so they keep changing the rules, just like football. They keep changing the rules on us. And then it's like, okay, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed in it, the new rules. And of course, a lot of people, were kind of confused by it as well. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I really don't. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy NASCAR this year or not. And then they said that there's a whole new thing of rules. I have to go and look, see what the new rules are and see what else is going on.
That's going to be your assignment, because I'll be honest, Anna, I ain't looking it up.
Yeah, I know. Homework.
I'm going to do the easy thing. Give an assignment to somebody that actually has an interest in it, and then you are going to come on my show and tell everybody about it, right?
The whole new set of rules in NASCAR.
Yeah. And and you could do like how many? Like like 5 minutes, maybe. If you need more, you can give more. But 5 minutes on the new NASCAR rules, and then maybe as a bonus, it's like, because normally rules are because of something that happened that spawned the rule, right? Mm-hmm. So if you could tell us why, that's a bonus. But it's like, because this way I said, no, Anna's going to talk about NASCAR, because to me, NASCAR is the RTL circuit. You know what RTL stands for? Rednecks turning left. The RTL circuit, man, and it's to me that was my joke. RTL, rednecks turning left, and it normally works. But I mean, if I go see a NASCAR, if I was going to see a NASCAR, I would have went today, because Daytona is that and they start the season with the Super Bowl instead of the other way around. You get it? No, they started with the Super Bowl with Daytona. And they used to have the Firecracker 400 was always on the 4th of July, hence the Firecracker 400. I don't even know if they're still doing it. I think they don't do it on the 4th anymore. They do it around the 4th, or maybe they just moved it. But I do know that Daytona had two. And I always wanted to go to Talladega.
Yes.
I wanted to go to Talladega, and then they had the one in North. Now Talladega's in Alabama. There's one in North Carolina that I used to go. Every time I went down 95, it was like a couple miles off the road. It was in North Carolina, or maybe it was South Carolina. But I know it was in the Carolinas. So it was one of those little. It was a mini, like a small oval. And that was one of the ones I always wanted to go to. Bristol, I wanted to go to, Daytona, and Talladega, because Talladega is Talladega. But other than that, didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I'd watch the last 5 minutes of any NASCAR race. Why? Because the other 2.5 hours doesn't matter. It's the last 5 minutes, and then you see who crashes. Because that's all you're really waiting to see. Now, granted, I'm not trying to be morose, because I remember implicitly the day that Dale Earnhardt died. I remember that day because we were watching it on my carrier, right? We watched the 500, and it didn't look like it was anything. It just looked like he hit the wall, and it was one of those regular no problem hits, and he died. And I mean, I always felt horrible for that, because I'm not morose. I don't want to see a flaming circle of death on a NASCAR. But yeah, we all watch it for the cars and the wrecks, and drivers throwing their helmets at each other because they're pissed off. That's the fun portion. But I do like to see at the very end, because again, the other 2.5 hours you don't care. It's the very last when they're jockeying and they're going to see who's going to go around. I'll watch that, and that's 5 minutes. Instead, I'll watch the Kentucky Derby, the actual race, but I'm not watching the 2 hours that lead up to it, because why? There's nothing interesting in it.
Well, now they have cameras in the helmets. The cameras are the size of a thumbnail, and you get a clear view of the drivers around you, in the front and around you.
Okay.
And they were showing the new camera system. So each driver has a very small camera inside, where their helmet's at, located next to their temple, to where you get a view of what the driver's seeing. And they had some pretty good video of the last crash, which was it took out quite a few cars, and you got to see and you got to hear and feel the impact of the drivers as they're crashing, which was I mean, it's wrong to say it was cool, but it was neat to see.
Right.
You see their perspective.
It was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, so that's something new that they did this year and stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, I got homework I'll be doing and stuff. And like I said, thank God for hockey season. I got hockey season, and I'm pretty sure baseball season's going to be coming up. Within a couple of months or so.
Yeah, well, pitchers and catchers already reported, and I'm going to watch the Phillies 3 times this year, and I will wear my Phillies jerseys for the shows that I do in conjunction with those games. Okay, so you'll see Phillies jerseys. I'm going to see 2 in Clearwater and 1 in Dunedin. And all of the games I'm watching are Phillies Blue Jays because it just so happened that those are the only tickets I can get because everybody was going, now that the Phillies are the National League champions, you couldn't get a ticket. So
Mm-hmm.
I got Phillies tickets, and they're all Blue Jays games. And then I picked up the last one because I was watching Edge of Philly Sports, one of our buddies that's on another YouTube channel, and he said he was going down there for the 5th of March. And I'm like, okay, well, I went over and I got 2 tickets for that, so I'll be going to see that. And it just so happened again, Phillies Blue Jays, so I see that.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Now,
I mean, I'm not much into baseball.
you don't have a team?
Uh, it used to be the Dodgers, but then when baseball got into, show me the money and I'll play, that's when it turned me off. I was like, nah, I give up on baseball. So, if the World Series I'll watch, but everything else I'm just like, eh, you know, I don't know. I just lost everything about baseball. So now it's just hockey, NASCAR, and football.
Well, see, I got a reason for you to watch baseball, and it's a positive one. Is Bryce Harper's from Vegas, and he's a Philly.
Yeah, I know. The news, Bryce Harper, Bryce Harper, Bryce Harper. That's all they talk about and everything. But the way things are looking, I mean, it doesn't look good for Oakland. It looks like they may be moving to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and the site that they have set on now is where the Rio sits, the Rio Hotel and Casino,
Oh,
which
it's
is on
Rio then.
off of Flamingo on the other side of the 15.
Okay, so they took out the Tropicana site.
That I guess that's off the market now. That's out, now they're saying that they really like the Rio site.
Okay.
And
Well,
the
when are
Rio,
Penn and Teller going to go then?
well, there's plenty of hotels on the strip that they can go to.
Okay, because I like Penn and Teller.
I do too. I do too. We went to go see one of their shows, and it was a lot of fun to see. And very nice gentleman, by the way. But they don't know what everybody's confused by is because the Rio did say that they were gonna put it that they were gonna either sell it or that they sold it. That's what everybody's confused about here. And they don't know if they're gonna actually tear down the Rio Hotel and Casino or build it in the back, which makes no sense because there is no room back there. So everybody's guessing that more than likely they're gonna close the Rio for good and tear it down. That's what they're looking at.
Okay.
So we'll find out for sure. But like I said, it doesn't look good for Oakland, and it doesn't seem like Oakland is fighting to keep the A's there. Which is very disappointing. Considering that they done messed up and and letting the Raiders go, and now they're going to let go of a baseball team.
The only
You
thing I
know,
would have, and I know that I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. I would giggle my goony goo goo ass off at a certain YouTube person whose only function in life is being a drunk at an Oakland event. And I won't, and you know who I'm talking about, okay? Because they have no sports knowledge, but they like to get drunk at A's and Raiders events, and the Raiders are gone, so they can't get drunk at those events unless they come to Vegas. So now they would have to come to Vegas to get drunk at an A's event, and I'd be like, yeah, because I know it's mean, but you know what? They deserve the chuckle. They deserve the chuckle because then they won't have and then the Warriors moved over to San Francisco. They got nothing. They got nothing. And yes, it's me. But knowing the people that I know, it's my way of saying I won't even do the maniacal chuckle anymore. But it's just my way of saying whatever. But I am a A's fan in spirit, but I've been an A's fan since '72 when I found out that the A's used to play in Philly. I was a young kid, and I found out the A's used to play in Philly. So I'm like, oh, I like this team. And I saw Joe Rudy with that catch in the '72 or '73 World Series, and I love the swinging A's from back then. So I've always followed them, even when I wasn't out in Oakland. So I can follow them wherever they go, just like the Raiders. Been a Raiders fan. I'll follow them wherever they go.
Well, the one thing everybody, from what I, read on the comments, the whatever, the news reports here, a lot of locals think that it's going to be taxpayer dollars that are going to, pay for this stadium and pay for this move, when actually they had said no taxpayer dollars would be involved in this deal. None.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess they're willing to put up some money. Whoever is really wanting them here, they're willing to put up some money for them to come here. And plus too, like the comments that I was reading, Aaron Rodgers, him moving here, we have no state taxes. We don't pay state taxes here.
Yep.
And so, it would be a wise move, and it would be a wise move for any team that moves here. I mean, a lot of companies that move here, they're given tax breaks and stuff. I mean, like Allegiant Stadium, the parking fees, the resort fees. The voters voted on the resort fees to help pay for these venues that are being built.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically not really the locals paying for it. It's basically the tourists paying for it.
Right.
Look, hockey's been successful here. Football, yeah, the stadium's been packed, but with opposing teams, our Aviators baseball team, they packed the stadium there at the Las Vegas ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
They get more fans than the Oakland A's at their stadium.
Yes.
So of course, we got, AHL, we got soccer, now we got, what's that? I don't want to say lacrosse here now. We have a lacrosse team,
You got
and
even you got the NBA, because the NBA plays their summer league there, and you got the WNBA, who has the WNBA champions there. So you got everything going for you. You got college because you got UNLV. You got some college basketball and football covered. You got obviously pro football. All you need is baseball. You got the pro lacrosse league, like you said. You got pro hockey. Now you might not have an NBA team per se, but all of the NBA teams play out there in the spring and summer league, right?
And they're always sold out, which is good, because the locals or the fans, coming in from out of town, they're willing to go see. I mean, PBR, Pro Bull Riding, they're coming back,
Mm-hmm.
And so to see the Oakland A's, it'll be bittersweet. It'll be nice to have them, because I know I would go to a game.
Yeah.
Just to sit out there and watch baseball or whatever. But yeah, the next month or two will tell, whether they say, yeah, we're gonna move out there, or here Oakland, they pulled a rabbit out of their rawhide, But anyways, Captain, I'll let you go. It's good to see you.
Always good
and everything.
My course, you are my on-scene correspondent in Vegas. Okay, now I get reports from you. I get them from Bishop as well. But I let you guys talk, because you are the eyes and ears for me out in Vegas when I'm not out there.
Yeah, well, me. I watch the news, a lot, and I like to watch what's going on, and sports-wise here. What's happening? Anything new? Anything exciting? Is there anything that they know that we don't know yet?
Right.
But anyway, so you have a good night. Love you, Captain.
Love you too, honey. Say hi to the husband and all the kids. And like I said, remember,
I will.
was it the VNA, the
Avian.
AVN? I knew it was there. You got AVN. I'm gonna have hang out with the hookers and the whores, and the porn stars. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Can't wait. Take care, Noah, and thanks
Okay,
again.
you too. Talk to you later.
Bye. There's Anna. Hey, she got all the good stuff. Who is the artist of that cartoon of you, Captain? The artist? Which cartoon? Which cartoon? You'll have to let me know, Guara, which cartoon. There you go. We're gonna go off the reservation. We're gonna go off the reservation, and I'm predicating this for all you haters out there. Oh, he's bowing up. He's showing his muscles. He's showing his muscles. I can see it. You guys can't. Make sure. Oh, and he's blowing kisses too. Get ready for that. Get ready for that because I'm gonna bring him on. I want to see the muscles and the blowing of kisses. I want to see it. We're bringing up Gabe.
Rose petals.
Oh, throwing it out there. Oh my God, I gotta move you over there though, Gabe, because I did.
Wonderful night.
Okay, so first off, keeping it clean for all your haters. Go ahead and give them acknowledgement.
Ed, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a beautiful Sunday. You know, it's a nice day where I live. Don't know where you live, but I'm assuming West Coast maybe. It was a good day over there, and hope. I think it's Mike. Hope you're having a good day too, and God bless all of you. You know, good day.
Just the sarcasm is dripping there, man.
I'm not kidding. I'm feeling good.
Dripping off that. No, actually, he means that. He does mean that. I know when Gabe is being facetious or when he's being a little kid a-hole. That one was real. So he is saying that. So okay. So how was the weather in PA today?
Actually, it's really weird here. Really weird. There's days where it's really warm. Okay, maybe not really warm like Florida warm, but 60 degrees is good for us. And then there's days when it's 30 degrees. So it's very up and down right now. It's very weird. Very weird.
Okay.
But hey, and I'm starting to worry about my boy Daniel Jones here.
Breaking news. What's going on with Danny Dimes, man?
The negotiations with him were supposed to be easy, right? They were supposed to go well. They were supposed to be because everyone's oh man, it should be easy with him, and it's apparently not going so well. So today, which this is a big issue, people always kind of underplay who his agent is. Today, it was announced that Daniel Jones is switching his agent to, I believe it's Athletes First, which is Rodgers' Aaron Rodgers' agent. I believe, I don't know, I think it might be Josh Allen's agent too. It's the big quarterbacks have Athletes First as their agent.
Is that Lee Steinberg?
What?
Is that Lee Steinberg?
I have no clue. No clue.
Okay, well, look up. Lee Steinberg used to be the agent for Troy Aikman and a bunch of other quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know the exact. I just know the company Athlete First, which is the big. That's the biggest one out of all the agent companies. And the thing with that is Danny wants. Yeah, he wants. Here's the problem with the quarterback market. There's no in between nowadays. There's no in between. It's either you're getting paid $40 million plus a year, or you walk. That's basically how it works these days. It's kind of, honestly, I wish there was an in between established. I do wish there was. But Daniel Jones is I want $37 million because it's an elite quarterback season. You got the Saints, you got the Raiders, you got the Jets, you got the Tampa Bay, you got Carolina, you got. I'm
waiting for Frank. I'm listening. I'm waiting.
The list.
Frank.
The list. on, and so that gives Daniel Jones leverage when he's talking to the Giants. That gives him like, look, anyone else will pay me this money if I just walk. But the thing that first of all, he's not going to walk because we're going to franchise tag him if we don't agree on a deal. Personally, I don't want to franchise tag him because that's guaranteed. $33 million is the franchise tag this year, and it's you can't do anything about that. That's $33 million cap hit, and I do not want that because first of all, that prevents us from getting a lot of players in free agency. It doesn't give us a lot of money to play with Saquon Barkley, and it just doesn't give us a lot of leverage. So I don't want to franchise tag him. I'm getting a little worried because also when you switch your agent, first of all, why would he? Clearly, Shane did something to the last agent that Daniel Jones did not like. So clearly, the last agent wasn't doing the work, and now there's a 5-day period between when you get a new agent, there's a 5-day resting period. So the Giants can negotiate with Daniel Jones for 5 days. That's like a week, almost a week of not negotiating, and then you have we only have a couple weeks till free agency really gets started. So a little concerning, if I do so say myself. And apparently, still cannot establish a middle ground with Saquon Barkley, which is also taking me off because that's one that doesn't make sense. No way Saquon hits the open market and someone's paying him $60 million. No shot. With his injury history, no way. No way. And he wants that from the Giants. And I'm like, listen, I love Saquon. I have two signed Saquon Barkley jerseys. I'm a Penn State fan. I love Saquon Barkley. He is my favorite player by far. You're not worth $16 million a year, my guy. You are not.
$60 million?
No, $16 million.
Oh, okay. Because not $60 million. 16?
Yeah.
A season?
No.
No.
He's only played 2 full seasons. His rookie.
Right. I would say Saquon's maybe worth
12. It's the $12 million rate.
Yeah, and that's giving him an upgrade. Yeah.
That's where Chubb is, and that's where Derrick Henry is, and that's the range where he should be. Oh no, he wants CMC money, which makes no sense because number one, when you pass him the ball, he juggles it for 10 seconds and then finally catches it. And second of all, he's too big of a risk injury-wise. I mean, he wears down. The Giants franchise tag Barkley this year. We could franchise tag Barkley. However, I think the Giants would rather use the tag on Daniel than Barkley. I think they would. Although it's a large tag, but Saquon has more leverage in getting a longer-term deal done than Daniel Jones. I mean, that's
the NFL, and unless they change the rules, because I haven't been paying attention, you can do a franchise tag, and then you can do a restricted tag. Or did they?
Yes. So there's the he is yours officially tag, which is you can't talk to any other team. Or there's the tag, which I don't think any team would do this for Daniel Jones, but there's a tag where another team can pick him up by trading 2 future first-round picks. I don't think anyone would do that for Daniel Jones. I really don't. I mean, if you do, you're crazy. But I mean, I don't think you would need to use the exclusive tag. I think you could use the non-exclusive and combine with Daniel Jones. But I don't know. This whole new agent thing is throwing me through some loops. There's also another thing that gave the Giants leverage with Daniel Jones is the agent he had before was an agent that has a relationship with the Giants. He knows, there's agents in the world that have relationships with certain franchises, and Daniel Jones' agent was one of those agents. You think? That's Dalvin Tomlinson. He's on the Vikings. He's not on the Giants, but he was on the Giants. I will say he was on the Giants.
And that's the reason why is that because of the familiarity with Graham's system.
Yes. Yes, he was in 1 year of Graham's system.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
yes. I think he had 1 year.
Hey,
But-
Jared, hit the link, please. Hit the link. If you can, I'm going to put it up again, Jared. Hit the link. Get your stuff together. Because I told you, it's a pain in the ass to put my phone up there. It is. It's a pain in the ass. Please.
I don't know how reliable this source that I just saw like was, but are you guys gonna like look at signing the Denzel Perryman, the linebacker?
It's not that we're not looking at him. I mean, he like I said, he was a Pro Bowler with us.
Right.
Right now he's a free agent.
Okay.
And they want to, Jared. It says devices not connected. Get your devices connected.
What about what are you gonna do with Josh Jacobs? He's an injury.
Well, I think that they're waiting to do something with Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs is waiting to see what the Raiders are going to do before they do anything. Jacobs is going to see what the Raiders are going to do before he makes the decision. And I think that's what we're waiting on and what he's waiting on, because Jacobs has stated in the press that he will play for the franchise tag as long as he gets help.
Right.
Okay.
But the thing with that is that franchise tag is before free agent starts. The deadline to tag a player is before free agents. I believe before free agents starts, right?
I think it's got to be like before the 15th.
Right, when free agents start. So they don't have a lot of time to play with. I mean, if he's waiting to see what they do, the only way he could be waiting to see what they do is if they trade first. But free agency is after the franchise tag deadline. So they're considering on franchise tagging Jacobs, and he will take it if we get Rodgers.
He was very high on Rodgers, and he said that, Jared, your devices are still not connected. Are you on Apple? Yeah, I can't stand Apple. Apple systems suck.
I'm on Apple right now. It's working fine. Okay.
Okay, then, Jared, you need to get your. I'm going to say you need to get your shit together. Okay, I am not putting my phone up to the damn microphone. Okay, can't do it. I have to put it. I have to move my stuff over, and I put it up here with my. You see my? Oh, you can't see it because it's off camera. Put it with my Captain Jack cup that I got from Vicky, and that's a great looking cup. And then I got to put the phone on it. And then I got to make sure the phone doesn't fall down. It's a pain in the ass.
Woo, tough.
Jared, I love you, brother, but please, okay, they will need to connect their mic and camera before you can add them to the stream.
You have to get a mic and camera before you come in, Jared. That's what you have to.
Yeah.
Pop-up will come on. It says, "Oh, do you want this website, something like that, to allow?"
Yeah, you got it. Get permission.
Yeah.
Say yes, permission. Permission's granted, and it's in Chrome. It's in Chrome. Make sure your permissions are in Chrome. Say yes. I will allow the camera. Say you allow the camera and the microphone. You don't have to come on screen though, but you got to give them permission. That's where it is.
Yeah, but no, I'm doing some work on Denzel. I'm actually starting that tonight on my free agency kind of breakdown, because I'm gonna have a video out like Giants free agent. Denzel Perryman, he's on my list of people to watch, so I'm interested. How many games did he play? Did he play all of them?
He was injured. I want to say he was injured for at least a quarter to a third of the season.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
And in fact, let me look at, because you asked, and I got Raider Mode coming on pretty soon too. So let me see.
I think what that person was talking about like the Captain Jack cartoon or whatever. I think he was talking about that you have that logo thing, like that. It's called Biblios or whatever, the bobblehead company or something. Like the guy you had the guy on. Forget.
Okay, let's see here. He played in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He played in 12 games this year, so he missed 5.
Oh my gosh, what did he miss 5 with? What do we got?
Well, he was there for this open. Oh yeah, that's right. He got hurt in the opener. Yeah. He was basically out from the end of September, mid to September. He was out, and then he came back in October versus the Broncos. So he played the Broncos and the Chiefs, and then I think they had a bye. He played the Texans, and the Texans the 30th, so he went 36. He missed the game. Jaguars, whatever the game was between the Jaguars and the Broncos. So he missed that game, and then like I said, he missed 5 games. I'm looking at the thing.
But he was a Pro Bowler the year before, right?
He was a Pro Bowler the year before, yes.
All Pro? All Pro?
Yeah, All Pro. Yeah.
Oh, shoot! All right, interesting. So kind of good linebacker, injury prone.
His best, it has great his best ability
is available.
Should be availability, but he doesn't have that. He misses at least. That's about average, 4 to 5 to 6 games a year.
Oh my gosh!
He plays his ass off when he's there.
Yeah,
but he doesn't play all the games.
Got it. All right. That gives me some thought on what I should think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, Captain, I will head out so you can gather people on. Jared, figure out your crap over there, buddy. And
I want Jared on, man. Jared, you are, like I said, Jared and Matt have been on my show forever.
Is he a Raiders fan or is he a Steelers fan?
Jared is a Steelers fan. You get the Pittsburgh Report with Jared. He talks about golf.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about NASCAR. He talks about all the Pittsburgh teams, the Steelers, the Pirates, the Penguins. They don't have a basketball team, but he talks NBA as well. So it's like, I want Jared on here. Jared, you got to get your shit together.
Ed, how about you ask Jared about why he's a Steelers fan on here? Like you asked me why I'm a Giants fan on here.
When I get him on, I will.
I'm just kidding. That's Ed always is like, oh, why are you on a? Yeah.
Oh well, but I've always about why is he on the show?
Oh.
Because he's a sports enthusiast like me,
mm-hmm.
and he talks sports, and he enjoys talking sports. If Jared had your number, your personal cell phone, and something big happened in sports, you would get a call every time it does.
Oh gosh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I am a sports enthusiast, and Jared is a sports enthusiast, and it's great. And Jared gives good stuff, and he knows his stuff.
I think I've heard him on your podcast on the show before. Usually, pretty he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. But have a good night, Captain. When is your next show? Thursday?
Yeah, I'll do something Thursday.
Are you gonna go on Wild Wild West on Wednesday?
I was on Wild Wild, but begrudgingly, but I was there, and then I was pissy, but I was on there, and I felt better afterwards because I got at least the chance to express my pissiness.
Tough.
I was a little over the top at the beginning, though, and I need to make sure that I didn't upset Alex. But Alex is so smug, I just can't stand it.
Oh my gosh.
He's so smug, I can't stand it. So that's I was kind of pissy. So.
I don't know. Alex is pretty chill, usually.
Jared, how old are you?
Okay, maybe never mind. But
the reason why I say that is because Alex is maybe late 20s, early 30s. And you are 16. So you can see he's just a slightly older brother version of you. There's a big difference in age in how you handle things.
Tough.
And I admit it. I'm the old man, and get the F off my lawn. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I never used to be that guy, but I'm that guy now.
You got that Ram truck too.
And I got a really nice Ram truck.
Is it a 1500 or what?
2500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
And then when I get my old truck repainted, I will show pictures of that, and it'll be a lot nicer looking to see.
All right. Well, with that, Captain, peace. I will talk to you later.
Peace out, brother. You take care of me. Hey, by the way, Jared has his podcast on his channel. Follow it. Obviously, it's very Giants-centric, but, he cares about the sports and will give you good reports.
Yes, Giants Chronicles podcast. That's the channel.
Yeah, and he gave me a shout-out on his channel. That was pretty cool.
I did do that. I did.
Hey, and talk to Sneaky. Tell him I said hi. I don't get a chance to talk to Sneaky anymore.
I haven't talked. He hasn't had a podcast. I think he took a week off this week because of Valentine's Day and stuff. So I haven't talked to him that bit, but I'll give him a call tomorrow.
Give him a call.
All right. See you, Captain. Thank you.
Well, there, partner. You take care. That's Gabe. Gabe don't have to go to school tomorrow, so it's a holiday. Thank God for that. I'm going to say, and I am watching what you're saying. Captain was talking about, and I got a Jacobs jersey at half price, right, John? And John, thanks for being here. John, remember, tell Bear I will do a show with him when he wants, if he wants to do one. And good to see you, John. And Waller's jersey, I bought two Waller jerseys at half price, and I bought a Jacobs jersey at half price. I showed them on the Wild Wild West show. So I got two Waller jerseys now. I got a Jacobs jersey now, and then I got a Crosby jersey. And that was against I don't buy jerseys of the current players, but I did because they were half price, and I admired them. I got a Renfroe jersey, but it's signed. I'm not going to wear that because it's signed. I don't even know what the size is. Jacobs might consider switching to number 8 next year. Well, you remember, if you switch numbers, you got to buy all the jerseys that they have out. That's one of the things about, like if they got a bunch of jerseys with your number out there, you got to buy them up. So if you got enough money to buy all your jerseys and off the shelves, go for it. That's a lot of money. Was Josh Jacobs number 8 at Alabama? Look that one up. And by the way, if you're looking at this, do it right. If you're looking at that cartoon, because people talk about it, that's not a Bocadilla cartoon. That is a cartoon that somebody made, and I can't remember who did it. I liked it so much, I threw it in there as like my alter ego. I don't know who the artist is, though. It was sent to me, and I liked it. So I can't tell you who now the Bocadillos is the where's my Bocadillo? Oh, it's over here. Okay. I got to put the boxes and stuff. The Bocadillos is this, which is that cartoon. That's the Bocadillo cartoon, and that's why I have the My Toy. I got to get another one. I just need the money. They're pricey, but they're nice. You can have your own Bocadillos cartoon, then you have your My Toy as well. Raiders will trade away Waller, maybe either Waller or Renfroe. I think one of them will be traded. And I did see that Rex Ryan was interviewed for the Broncos DC job. I'm not worried about Rex Ryan, though. I'm not. I'm really not worried about it. We got some time. Let's bring in. Hey, Mode, you ready, brother? I saw Mode was pimping up. He had his chapstick out. He was going to give it his kissy faces, Oh yeah. Check your breath. Check your breath, because he made to make sure you check the breath. We got Raider Mode in here. What's going on, man?
Not much. Just trying to move everything into my new apartment.
Oh, well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I want it. So you're coming in, and I appreciate you coming in because you're giving me your post Super Bowl report because you were there for some of the I said some of the festivities. I don't know what you did, all the things, but whatever you want to share with us, the floor is yours.
So this past weekend, during Super Bowl weekend, me and my company, we were working a Super Bowl party that was inside one of the apartment complexes that we watch after. There was quite a bit of A-listers there, because not only was it a Super Bowl party, it was actually also a pop-up shop. for a new clothing line called Legends.
Okay.
It's a company where all of their investors are either athletes or celebrities that were athletes in the past.
Okay.
And a lot of their clothing that they have actually been tested out by the investors themselves.
Okay.
Few people that I could actually name off was 2 rappers, one from Atlanta named Quavo, another one, I don't know where he's from, but his name is Meek Mill.
Meek Mill from Philly, man. No, Meek Mill is famous. Even I know who Meek Mill is. Even I know.
don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to the new stream music.
No. The reason why Meek Mill is famous was because he was in prison, and so I think it was the Eagles owner got him out of prison because I think they said that his prison sentence was trumped up or kind of bogus or whatever. So they got him out of prison because they believed in his story. So that's how I know about Meek Mill. And again, he's from Philly. I have that that Philly connectivity. But and he's a decent artist too. So he's got some good rap.
Yeah. There was quite a bit of athletes there, obviously, because it's the Super Bowl.
Did you see a hot-looking Asian girl about late 40s, early 50s there?
Captain, like I was saying, I was not paying attention to the people.
I'm just saying because I know this hot Asian gal who's about late 40s, early 50s was out for the Super Bowl, so I'm sure I was just drawing interest or whatnot.
Yeah, no, I really wasn't paying attention to the people that very much. I was more like paying attention to if they had anything on their hips.
You were doing your job, man. Yeah, you weren't paying.
Yeah.
You weren't awestruck. You were making sure that those people were safe and that there wasn't any issues there.
Oh yeah, quite a bit of them were actually smoking. I'm not saying what they were smoking though.
Well, is Arizona a legal state?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, then they were smoking medicinal herb.
Yep.
Whether they were or not, they were smoking medicinal herb.
And it was actually funny because a few of my officers, they're like, how do we tell them that they're not supposed to be smoking in the building? I'm like, go ask the big man.
Yeah.
And our boss was like, they are paying so much money, we're not even going to give a rat's ass.
Right. Pardon me. And again, it's like if there isn't an issue, don't poke the bear. As long as it's not an issue and they're paying a bunch of money to be there, Anna says the natural plants are there and they can do that. So we'll do that. Okay. I got Positive Philly on the line that's going to be coming in a minute. So I know he wants to talk about his Eagles. So you enjoyed yourself, you got paid, you saw some A-listers, and you got paid for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Any negativity that you want to share? Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble, but any negativity.
No.
And you don't have to name names.
No, it wasn't really people in general. It was more like I feel like if my company could have done a little bit more better at planning it out, like on how we were supposed to get our shift done. But other than that, everything went down smoothly.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Has Philadelphia picked up anyone this offseason in baseball?
I can tell you that the Phillies have, but I'm going to let Positive Philly do that because he's the guy who knows. He's the guy who knows,
right.
and he's in the waiting room, and he'll. In fact, wait, I'm gonna bring him on.
What's up?
Okay,
Captain?
Paz, how you doing?
Hello.
And was it Raider Mode wants to know who the Phillies have picked up in the offseason before I say goodbye to Raider Mode?
I'm not sure. I can't remember everybody that we signed. I know we got like 2 pitchers, and we also have the best shortstop in baseball, Trey Turner.
Yeah, I knew about Trey Turner. We picked up from the Dodgers, and he picked up 2 pitchers from the Mets.
What is it, Gregory Soto?
By the way, y'all.
Go ahead, Mo.
Trey John Walker? I don't know.
By the way, y'all could trade Trey Turner back to us. By the way.
No, we're good.
We're good. Mo, thanks for coming in, brother. You have a good night out there in Arizona. And again, congratulations on the new apartment, man.
Oh, congrats, bro.
Thank you.
Got
you.
it.
Congrats to your Phillies on winning. Oh wait, my bad.
Another year.
I'm tired. Don't listen to me.
Yep. Well, hey, you know what?
Right.
The Philadelphia teams are the runner-ups in both sports, but at least they're better than the rest of the league, except for one team.
You.
Got to see that. Take care, Mode. We'll see you next time, brother.
See you guys.
All right. That was Mode. Positive, you are in here. Wild Turkey. I haven't forgotten.
Captain Jack, how you doing?
Won the he won the first score. I haven't been able to go through my listing of stuff to give him, but Wild Turkey, what I want you to do since was it Wild Turkey or was it country? Maybe it was wait. Well, one of you guys, I'll have to look. Won the first score thing. It was either country or turkey. I'll have to look. Anyway, talk to me, man. Again, I was going to say, Gabe is pushing already. Go ahead and talk about your Eagles.
I mean, it was a good season. I don't know. Like, I had so much confidence going into Super Bowl. I'm like, you know, the Eagles had a great season. You know, they're in the Super Bowl. They're there to win it. They're not there to lose it. And, you know, so many people were saying, "Oh, the Eagles are a bad team." You know, Jalen Hurts sucks. Blah 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 blah. Like, and we got to stop with that narrative. We were a good team this year. Jalen Hurts proved himself. I mean, just because he went to the Super Bowl and lost doesn't mean that he's not a good quarterback or he's not a top 5 quarterback. He is. Like, you know, there's other quarterbacks in the NFL that weren't there, that played at a good level, but he was there. Just because he lost doesn't mean he's good. But no, there was a lot. That was a back and forth game. I thought all the way till the end, I thought we were going to win that game. And then, you know, that holding on Bradbury, that to me didn't even look like a holding call, but, you know, it is what it is. It's been about a week. I mean, it's been a week, so, you know, I'm kind of over it at this point, and, you know, I'm kind of moving on. But, you know, yeah, it's been a rough year as a Philadelphia sports fan. We've come short in so many sports this year. You know, you had soccer, the Phillies, and then now the Eagles. I mean, I don't even know what the Sixers are going to do at this point. Do I want them to make it to? They're obviously going to make the playoffs. I mean, do I want them to go to the NBA Finals? Yes and no, because I feel like I know how it's going to play out.
Well, I look at it this way: the Phillies were a year early, in my estimation. You know, nobody was looking at them to win the National League this last year, and they did. So they're a year or two early, and maybe they might come back down a bit this year. Maybe they might have enough to go over and make it back and do something.
I think we'll go back, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay, well that remains to be seen. And then I think the Eagles, they were definitely a year or two early on like you said, because Soriano was a rookie last year, and look what he did in his second year. So I mean, they did enough,
right?
Quickly, and you know, we'll see what happens. Now, the one thing that and actually, of course, Gabe brings it up because of course he's gonna knock What is your cap situation? Because they says Philly's in cap hell.
We are. We have a lot of here. I just saw this yesterday. Here's a list of the guys that we have to re-sign.
Okay.
Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, which obviously, he's going to want the most money. We're going to have to give him the most money. I like Miles Sanders, so I kind of want to bring him back on a 2 or maybe 3-year deal. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, T.J. Edwards, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. Who else? I'm trying to think of who else.
Gardner
I don't
Johnson has been linked to us.
Huh?
Gardner Johnson has been linked to the Raiders. I saw in some of the reports.
No, I want to re-sign him.
Well, I'm just saying it's like, you want to sign him, but will you be able to? That's the question.
I think so. Why not? I mean, I don't know. Those are some of the guys I probably am missing a few, but I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see who we bring back and who we don't bring back.
But honestly, do you think the Eagles are going to be back? And again, because I'm not saying this hatefully. I'm not saying this hatefully. But do you really think that the Eagles can be back to the Super Bowl next year? It's so hard to get there.
You see, the thing is,
Chiefs when they went there, they were in their 3 or 5 years, but it was the years that they didn't make it, and they're a better team.
Right. Will you be there next year?
Yeah, are the Eagles going to be there next year?
The question is, will Captain Jack be there next year since it's in Las Vegas?
Oh, at the Super Bowl in Vegas, I'm going to try. I got to see. I got to see if I can get accommodations. If not, then I might be on Anna Diaz's couch.
Even if it's not the Raiders, you'll be out there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to be out there. Yes, I'm going to try to be out there. It's Vegas.
I don't know. It's tough. But the team that wins it necessarily doesn't go back. But the Bengals were in it last year.
Right.
They were in Super Bowl 56, and look how close they came this year. They were in the AFC Championship. So but then the team who won it, the Rams, they had a downfall. So I don't know. Right now, I can't say. But
yeah, like I said, I don't know. And again, I'm not saying it for hate. I'm not saying it to piss you off. I'm not saying it to be controversial. I'm just saying that depending upon, because I think the Chiefs are going to be about the same as they were next year, and they did it without Tyreek Hill, which surprised me. We'll see what they can do. We'll see what they can do. But
who's going to be the Raiders quarterback in 2023?
Don't know. I don't know, and I'm very, very anxious to see. I'm very anxious to see.
Who are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for Jacoby Brissett and re-sign Jarrett Stidham, and then drafting a quarterback. I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo, and I don't want Aaron Rodgers because.
No, you want Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback.
Yeah, I want Jacoby Brissett as the transition quarterback.
What?
I want him. Yeah.
That's wild. There's so many better quarterbacks out there right now.
Hey, partner, Rich Gannon wasn't all that in a biscuit when he went to the Raiders, and he was the MVP of the league. In the right situation, a quarterback that doesn't have what you think they have can run with the system. And
now, would you be mad if they drafted one in the first round?
No, in the first round, yes, I would be quite pissed off unless C.J. Stroud falls to 7.
What about Will Levis?
No, I don't want a quarterback in the first round, and I've been thinking about this. I don't want a quarterback in the first round unless C.J. Stroud falls to 7.
I mean, I think they could probably do something.
Well. I said if Stroud falls, I'd take him at 7. I don't want a quarterback in the first round. In fact, unless you have the player amongst players in the first round, that's going to be that franchise guy for you. And I'm not talking quarterback. I'm talking defense. Trade back and get more players.
Okay.
That's what I want. Hey, we're up against the clock there, Paz. Give
All right,
me
Captain.
one of your best out the door, brother.
I don't have anything, but you
Okay.
know,
Well then think about it for next time. And thank you for coming in too.
you too. Have a good one.
Have a good one. There you go. That's Positive Philly. I got to say thank you for coming in. Why was the Super Bowl turf slippery? Accounted for the Eagles not getting a sack. It did help them. It did help them. And, you know, we will see how bad that really, I mean, it definitely hurt. It definitely hurt the Eagles in what was going on there. We'll see about that. But anyway, it's the end of Sunday night. Maybe I'll do something Tuesday. I don't have to. I will be on the Wild Wild West show Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern, so check that out. 7:30 Wednesday, that's Eastern time, 4:30 Pacific, Wild Wild West. Check that out there. Maybe Tuesday, maybe not. Definitely Thursday, and then definitely Sunday. So pop in. Remember, we're going all sports all the time. Can't wait to do it for you out here. So come on in. Thank you for being here, and we will see you for each and every show. Check it out. Thank you for being here. Why was the Super Bowl turf slippery? Yeah, it really screwed over the Eagles in that respect. I got it. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next broadcast. Arr! Get those money in as well. Arr.